Today's event about the responsive organisation is really to help executives understand the deep dive about transformation. So we're here to present some of the challenges, but also how you can overcome those and things that executives should be considering.
The large organisations can speed up innovation by really focusing in on outcomes and thinking differently about measures. So I expect leadership teams to be able to set direction with minimum constraints, to be able to give the outcomes to people and then kind of step out the way and let their natural talents come through to work out how to achieve those outcomes, using the measure as the guidance of decision making. So if a leader says this is the outcome we want to achieve and this is how we'll know whether it's achieved, teams then have the freedom and autonomy to innovate fast. The battleground right now is about speed. 90% of the work that I'm doing is to help organisations increase pace. And in fact, when we talk about measures, the only thing that actually matters is how much volume, can you get to your customer faster. When we talk about speed, it's being able to create an environment where you can adopt new technologies or trial new technologies quickly, work out which ones will give you a competitive advantage, and then scale them out.
We've been really fortunate that we've jumped on a number of these key technologies early. It's all about making sure that we use technology in the right way for our customer, not just for technology's sake.
We're now reaching a time where technology will be infinitely capable, essentially. So we're looking at things like automation, virtualization, augmented reality, cloud computing, and all of these things becoming possible. The megashifts are like 10 of them, right? And systems are becoming smart. So the first thing is to go inside of the mega shifts and understand what they actually mean. And then to sort of say, okay, how do I map into the future, going forward the next 5 to 7 years, rather than just, incrementally making some changes.
Line up everything that you do to the completion of outcomes. Sounds easy. It's not. In fact, when I go into organisations, we normally spend the first kind of 4 months building visualisation of the current organisation to show them how the outcomes they're trying to achieve as a business and the work they're doing every day align or not.
And one of the things that we work really hard on is to make sure that our colleagues are really engaged in the journey and really obsessed around the customer, because as things change, it's really important that they understand our purpose for our customer rather than our purpose as an organisation, because the way in which we're structured and the way in which we work for our customer is continually changing, and to keep pace with customer demands and to keep pace with technological changes. So it's really important to keep the organisation highly engaged as you go on a high change journey.
You have to become future ready, and that has to come from the top. The shareholders, the top level management, the CEO and the board, if they're not future ready, future focused, that will be very difficult.
When you make that cultural mind shift, transformation does become easier, but cultural change is the hardest for any organisation, small and large, but particularly large legacy organisations. The UK is full of mature organisations that for changing culture is extremely difficult, and we're here to help that. But I think what's really important is transformation is everybody's responsibility. It isn't just the preserve of the C-suite, although getting started is the first step. Not getting started now is not an option, and that was a key takeaway from me.